It's officially my favorite day of the week. Let's do a glute focused leg day. I've been really getting into strength training like the last 6 months or so, and I just joined Planet Fitness a couple weeks ago again to get over my fear of going into public gyms and actually getting a good workout in. I also really hate filming in public, but I do want to start sharing my workouts, so I'm gonna try my best. So every day I have been taking my creatine, and then I also do a little bit of pre-workout. I usually work out after work around like 8 o'clock, so I have been taking some pre-workout just to give me a little extra boost, but I do like less than half a scoop. And also here is the fit for the day. I am wearing some Halara leggings, and then I actually got this top from Comfort. It's so comfortable. It's one of my favorite tops. And then I got these new lifting shoes. These are from No Bowl. They're very flat, so they're good for lifting. And then here's a little breakdown of my workout. It might seem a bit excessive, but like I said, I've been pretty consistent with the gym, and so I'm trying to do a more glute focused day, and I'm only doing this workout today. Every time I go to the gym, I do a little warm up on the treadmill, just like 10 to 15 minutes just to get your blood flowing. And then you always want to do a good little like stretch and warm up. I didn't record this because like I said, I hate filming in public, but I warmed up for about 5 minutes. And then we're gonna go start out on the Smith machine. I'm finally getting comfortable with this. And first we're gonna do hip thrusts. I'm not the best when it comes to form, but I'm definitely starting to feel this more in my glutes rather than my lower back, so I feel like I'm on the right track. And then next we're gonna do some RDLs with the Smith machine. I actually really like this because it's easier to have better form because you can't sway forward and back since it has to stay in motion up and down. And then this was my first time trying this, but we're gonna do Bulgarian split squats on the Smith machine. I'm still a bit undecided if I like doing this on the Smith machine because I was so focused on the weight on my shoulders. I kind of feel like I might go back to doing this with a dumbbell. I just feel it more in my glutes. And then from there, I went over to try this hamstring machine. And let me tell you, I liked this, but it took me like 5 million tries to adjust it and get it so I was actually feeling it in my hamstring. So I may do this again, but I feel like it was kind of a lot of work just for like one exercise. And then from there, I'm also trying another new exercise. We're gonna go do cable kickbacks. I watched a lot of video on form before I did these, and I feel like I started to get it towards like the last couple sets. I feel like the biggest thing was just going slow and controlled. You definitely want to like hinge forward. You can hold on to the cable machine and then just like slowly come back. And then I really started to feel it in my outer glutes. And then lastly, we're just going to finish it up on the abductor and adductor machines. These are good for your outer glutes and then also your inner thighs. I love these machines, and once again, my best advice is to just go slow and controlled. I feel like I see people go on these and they're like going so quick. I'm like, I don't understand how you're feeling that. And also for my last set, I like to either like go till failure or just like really hold it out or in, depending on what you're doing, just for as long as you can, and you will feel the burn. And then you definitely want to make sure you stretch afterwards. Since I live like really close by, I went home to stretch so I could just feel more comfortable. So I did a good like 10 to 15 minute stretch. I also love it because my cats get really excited, and so I can love on them while I'm stretching.